Am I saying that name right?
Yeah,
yes.
I believe so.
Orville Day, episode 4, having to listen to somebody tell her for certain what was happening with her because she was passed out and blacked out and don't remember any of it.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Scores and Assists, where we break down the latest headlines and bring you fresh takes on everything sports and culture. From trending news to game highlights and hot debates, we've got it all. Hit that subscribe button and stay in the loop. So Netflix has insisted its new documentary about Sean Diddy Combs, produced by rapper 50 Cent, is not a hit piece or an act of retribution. A spokesperson for Combs called for the 4-part documentary titled Sean Combs: The Reckoning, a shameful hit piece that relied on stolen footage. Combs' spokesperson also said that it was staggering that Netflix had given creative control to 50 Cent, who he described as a long-time adversary with a personal vendetta.
Netflix cracking down if you're trying to buy some shit that costs $84 billion. I'm coming to get mine from every one of y'all.
Yes.
$17.99, $13.99. I need all of my subscriptions.
Oh, just wait. They will get it back.
Oh yeah. There'll be a little hike.
I already thought about that. Shit, yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
That shit going up.
You said you watched the Puff Doc, right?
Yes, I did.
Did everyone here watch the Puff Doc?
Yes.
Yeah.
All 4 episodes.
All right. You 5, take it away.
I didn't really get that much more information from this. I think it was really well done. I didn't get a lot more information than we've gotten in the doc that we got a couple of years ago and through all the press coverage of the last year, personally.
It was just better done, like you said.
Yeah, this was really well done. And they painted the picture they were trying to paint.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
For me. Oh, for sure.
They were trying to paint, or the picture that it is. Because you say trying to paint, it's like they got a narrative, and or is that just what it is?
I think whatever their intention was with this doc, they nailed it.
They did it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I think when you tell a story about anybody, you could tell multiple stories. There's another story about Puff you could tell that would leave you feeling different about him. That would also be true.
Okay.
I agree.
I get it.
But this one felt true. And this one needed to be told given everything that's going on. I'm not defending it. I'm just saying, like, I do think there's multiple stories, and they had a particular story they wanted to tell, which I thought was good. And for me, I agree with y'all. Like, it wasn't so much that it was new information, and I think you said this the other day, Joe. It wasn't that it was new information, but the storytelling was so good.
Yeah.
And a lot of these docs, especially ones that come out fast, this is not good storytelling. They suck. But yeah.
And again, remember, y'all, my bad, Mona, y'all speaking for y'all demo. Like, my parents called me.
Fair. Yeah.
And was like, yo, I had no idea about a lot of the stuff that they mentioned in this.
Listen, it was shit that was new to me, but I looked at this, excuse me, nigga, this shit was higher than Stranger Things.
Yeah, it was.
Oh no, they made some.
Well, because the Stranger Things niggas is 39.
I know that, but that's beside the point.
I don't know how y'all still getting this. Later, we'll talk about the Stranger Things.
But my point though, with that just recently,
and they grew up weird now.
They did.
You see that?
They did.
They grew up weird, and nobody wants to say it. So they trying to put these niggas on a promo run. They look like Stranger Things. You can't really go ahead, man.
This season was pretty good though.
But the fact is, a lot of people were waiting for Stranger Things. And this was higher than that. So this tells me it's going to be a lot of eyes getting a lot of new information. Some of us, we might know certain things. I gained new information. And they painted this shit as that was his MO.
Yes.
Yo.
Right.
Oh, okay. That's your girl. I want her.
Whoa.
And I'm going to do whatever. I'm taking like that.
That Eric Sermon stuff?
Bro, I never knew that.
I didn't know Eric Sermon.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
When you said my man was like on the window, I was like, oh, this motherfucker crazy.
Yeah, he a little trouble.
I didn't know that one.
I didn't know that he got bad, because the neighbor, the one that, because they live in a duplex and they renting out the downstairs to the other family, he alluded to that he went through rough beatings.
He's getting his ass whipped.
Right, but he was he don't want to remember it, it was so traumatic or whatever.
I love that part.
Him and his mom was so close, and his mom was so in love with him. Whenever you would see him, I didn't know that, and I like the fact that they really went into. To me, I took it like Janice was still street connected after the dad died. You know what I mean? Before it's almost
implied it real smooth.
Right, because before it's okay, they from Harlem, he this big drug dealer, he gets murdered, they in Mount Vernon, they excluded from it, he going to private school. But no, she's driving into Harlem and she can leave her car. She really was outside for real. So
that's the brilliance of it to me. When you tell a story like that where you leave the audience understanding it without having to be heavy-handed with it, like some of these other docs. My man was just she just leave the car there, leave it running, and nobody mess with it. Just saying it like that, we got it without having to me that's what made the storytelling so good.
It must have been pretty wild for Puff to have found out his mom was working in the after hour spot on a talk show.
I don't think he. I didn't think that was real. I thought that he just reacted that way. I think he
you
knew
ain't got
what
to
his
tell
mom.
the world.
Yeah, I think he knew what his mom was going on. That's just some cutie shit for TV. That's how I took it, Parks. Like that was some cutie TV shit because, like, they in tune and they tight. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Now one part that was a little confusing to me was what it might have been because we in the industry shit. So you say what you supposed to say or what the publicist tell you to say. But at one part he's doing some kind of interview that I've never seen before, and it's like from the late 90s or the early 2000s. And he said something about that that his mom was it's the same scene from when he was talking about that he had to fight, like he had to whoop ass or he would get in trouble. That interview, I had never seen that before ever, and I was like a Puffy fan. Like I've seen every little when they show clips of his interviews and shit, I've already seen it. You know what I mean? I had never seen it before. I want them to drop that because the way he was talking all candidly, it seemed like he was being real honest in that interview. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And then when at the bottom it says something, it was a title, something almost like that was a documentary that never came out.
Yeah, that part I don't know the source of it, but I agree. All the childhood stuff, having people tell stories from his childhood, it gave you a sense of his mindset. They were building a case about his mindset,
for sure.
That I thought was helpful.
When Joe came in and talked about it, I thought it was going to be worse than what it was. For me, to Parks' point, I had heard 97% of that shit already. A couple things were new, like I never heard the nigga say, yo, he really gave us $1 million. He hired us for $1 million. I never heard that before, right? That was new for me. But I think the part about him getting his ass whooped by his mom, and I think the whole episode 4, I think they shot him some bail.
They were pretty. They tried to be fair.
I think episode 4 really shot him a whole bunch of bail. Like
where was the bail?
The jurors. They didn't have to do that in that doc.
Yeah, true.
They didn't have to talk to the jurors because the jurors were like, nah, we thought she was lying. And
Yeah,
we
it was just two people in love.
They didn't have to display that in the doc. I think the dude Rod,
Lil Rod.
nobody took him seriously.
No.
Which is a shame.
I think that.
I'm saying that as somebody that didn't take
we
him
did.
seriously.
And then
I have a question for all of y'all about Rod.
We reported on that. We were
I didn't
foul.
take him serious at all.
And then hearing that, I was
He
like,
gotta change his name.
damn, son.
Yeah, it doesn't help.
When he came, when I always thought that Rod was the one that got it jumping because Rod wanted his money or whatever. He said, give me my fucking money or else. And then he went and told. Is that really true that Rod is the one that got the shit?
No,
Cassie got
jumping.
They even said that in the doc.
Rod happened in January. Cassie happened like 3 months earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And
then everybody looked at Rod like, oh, you saw what happened with her.
jumping on
okay.
trying to pay because he ain't paid.
But there was like 100 more.
Yeah.
Including,
I definitely think they was fucking though, Puffy and Rod for sure. I think he hit that.
I don't know. I can't speak to that.
Personal opinion. Baby.
What I took from it is that Puffy is a shitty businessman on the side of paying people.
Yeah.
And I think a bunch of these people have been working with him for a long time.
Go ahead.
No.
Yo, and I just think a lot of them niggas is mad. I think bitter. You can hear the anger in some of their voices as they talk about what he did to them in business. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that it was almost like, all right, this is my time to get back.
Yeah.
The Rod story did come off like a love story.
Yes, it did. They were. I'm not taking nothing away from him. His claims, I wish him the best, but it just they go together a little bit. They went together.
The shit that really got me was when they were talking about Big Funeral. I never heard that before.
Yeah.
Some people have come out to say some of that was
somebody
not true,
did come out
not
and say
accurate.
it wasn't true, but I mean, like just seeing it in that moment.
But if that's
seeing
not
the
true.
way he was presenting himself, and then hearing the other things about it was like, who really are you?
What part of that disturbed you the most? The money part of it?
The whole shit, like just seeing.
Big playing for his own funeral, I think.
That's what I'm saying. This is the money part. That part.
That would be fucked up.
Yes, that would be very fucked up. Yes.
If I went on record saying that I'm gonna pay for this,
I'm gonna have.
And then when I see the expenses start piling up because I'm trying to do this shit big, no pun intended, and now it's too much, and I'm like, I ain't paying for that.
You're not saying it's fucked up to not pay for it. You said it's fucked up to say you're going to do it and not do it.
No, it's fucked up to say we gonna do this bigger than anybody's ever seen.
I want the biggest.
We gonna
New York's ever
stroll
seen.
big through Manhattan, Brooklyn, wherever, and then when you start seeing the expenses pile up, you say, yo, I want to do it. That shit, he got to pay for it.
No,
that's
I'm
some
with you.
bullshit.
I'm with you. But I'm saying, if that hadn't happened, I'm just curious. This is a curiosity I had when I was watching it. If he hadn't said all that and they just did a normal funeral and he paid for that at Biggs estate instead of his own pocket, would that be fucked up?
Yes.
For me, yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Especially
that's
when
fucked
I feel like Puffy, with one thing, bad businessman or not, the nigga got a vision. He knew what he was about to do after that nigga died. As far as all the songs, Missing You, he knew he was gonna go hard on the death part. That was a known. He knew and I feel like Puffy wanted that rap thing, and I think with Biggie going, he knew he could rap a little more. Like, you know what I mean? I could be the rapper. So it's like, yeah. So if you know that, the least you could do is pay for the fucking funeral and look out for the kids. Like, what the fuck? Is that your man or not? Is that your friend or not?
Like, is it confirmed that wasn't true?
Hard to say at this point. It sounds like
because if it's not true, I think that's
easy
horrible,
to figure it out.
bro.
Why the
A
fuck
person
can't we
spoke
just know?
out. He said he was speaking on behalf of Viola Wallace,
The estate
and everything, and said that is 100% not true.
That Biggie paid for his own funeral.
Yes, that did not happen.
And bro,
now
a lot of people
you could go
took that.
further down that rabbit hole if you want. And say,
yes, you could.
Is it possible somebody said, "Yo, my man, I need you to say this and clear this up"?
Right.
We don't know
because she gone.
Exactly.
Yeah, and there's been other allegations of stories changing from that side after some other agreements were made. I don't know what's true and what's
not. I don't give a fuck if it's true or not. If any two things in this 4-part thing is true,
he's a monster.
Wow.
I think Puff is a monster regardless, by the way.
I do too.
Nothing comes across as he's a good dude.
Like some of that footage there with him and his son saying, "Yo, we need to call such and such and have her do this." Like, some of that shit was hard to watch, bro.
The Aubrey O'Day shit was riveting.
Yeah.
Aubrey O'Day. Am I saying her name right?
Yeah, yes. I believe so.
Aubrey O'Day, episode 4, having to listen to somebody tell her for certain what was happening with her because she was passed out and blacked out and don't remember any of it.
As someone who also doesn't drink, she said.
Yeah, no.
That's
crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, you know what was fucking shocking to me? Because growing up as a Puffy fan and, being a person, separating the artist from the person, I just wanted to assume that happened to him from the money and it happened to him in Hollywood. Nah, he was just fucked. Like, you know what I mean? From the gate.
I think it's the combo. That's why
it got worse?
That's what I thought made the storytelling so good. It's like, okay, he's born into this really unusual situation. In some ways privileged, in some ways really fucked up, a lot of trauma. And then you add on to that this whole world that almost no one in the history of the world has ever experienced. That's a hell of a combo, because even the guy said there was that moment where he felt the switch go off with who Puffy became, and he was like, "Oh, that was the last time I saw the Puffy I grew up with." Suddenly he looked. So I think it's both. I think it's like trauma mixed with power that just turns you into somebody else.
They did a really good job, because even when they started showing like Video Music Box, they showed the nerdy kid dancing on the steps. Yeah, that was just thirsty as hell, trying to get into the industry by any means. Right. And then they showed this transition of him now being a party promoter, being the hottest party promoter, and then transitioning to Andre Harrell's assistant. And then, like, I think they just did a really good job of telling the story of who he was and who he became. For sure. But nigga, we was outside. Like, bro, it's hard to find somebody that was as popular as Puff in the late 90s, early 2000s, bro. Like, we talking about social media. Yeah. So you still could maintain a level of mystery and mystique. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, dog, them niggas was just something that I think Russell Simmons kind of passed the torch to Puff. Right? I'm going to jump over Andre Harrell. No disrespect intended. No disrespect intended, but I just think that Puffy took black music somewhere that we haven't seen it go, especially as far as the money goes.
By sampling and stealing.
Well, that was the other thing. I mean, they said it explicitly at times. He's like, he's not that talented.
He's not, and that's.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that's what they said. I actually think he is talented. I think they're underestimating how talented.
But back then they would say that. Back then, a lot of people didn't like the fact that that's all he did was sample shit. People was saying that about him. And back then people didn't like when he was running around doing the Biggie shit. People said that shit back then. I was a Puffy fan. I remember people would say like he was exploiting him, and it was questioning what he did for the family.
But I think I always am skeptical of those narratives of like, almost like anybody could have done this.
They couldn't.
And it's like they couldn't. It's a unique person, a unique talent to do what he did.
Bro, Puff's ear for music alone is unique.
Right.
Finding talented people is a talent.
Yeah, that is a talent, But,
and developing them.
But having producers in the room, other producers in the room every single time you produce shit, and then we already know that he would take things from you. So it's like to assume that maybe the good ideas came from the nigga he sat with and he just put his name on it.
If I'm the conductor and y'all are the orchestra, I ain't got to be able to play a single instrument, but I'm the one that's arranging and doing all this shit that's making it all come together.
Right, and I get
that is a talent. Right, everybody can't do that.
Right, I get that, but that guy being also the guy that comes in your office with a bat and say sign over your fucking stock, like to me it's just like, how the fuck do we know what he added into it, who the fuck he found? But
I mean, it's a good point.
That's all.
Let me ask you this.
And I'm a Puffy fan, die hard back in the day.
The Hitman was the Hitman.
Mm-hmm.
Did any of them?
It kind of has a different.
Yeah,
It has a different ring to it.
Damn shit.
Where the fuck is Stevie J?
My point is this: all of those niggas was talented. Where did they go on to? What did they go on to? Like, when you take me out the studio now, if I'm still the genius nigga, like I think Kanye West is a genius. I think Kanye West could create music with some fucking bongos and some coca. Like I just think he a genius, and so I think that when you take him away from whomever that might have been steering the ship, I think his genius is gonna still just be there.
I mean, Stevie J had some hits.
Yes, he did.
Outside of the Hitman,
all the Hitmen had
all
hits.
of them.
That's what I'm saying. So I think that
Chucky Booker, all them niggas was dope.
They all had the
very
talent.
talented.
But Puff did have a unique thing. I think that's the point. I think in the doc sometimes they underplayed how that skill set is. Because he was like, oh, he couldn't rap, or he couldn't. No, he can't. But like, there's things he can do that nobody else can do.
Exactly.
That was the first time I heard somebody say, "Yo, Puff ain't do drugs." Puff was never into drugs.
Right.
Yeah, they said after he cut. Yeah, that even got him hooked on painkillers and shit.
That was one.
After he what?
The shit with his wrist. It was like they couldn't tell if it was an attempt or whatever, but the doctor, he got hooked on painkillers after that.
Okay.
And then that's where it just.
Damn.
I don't know. I mean,
Don't worry if I write rhymes. I write checks.
So your final thoughts on this?
I give it an A.
Me
Yeah, it was
too.
a great doc.
Yeah. I want to watch it again. That sounds
I'm gonna watch it
good.
again. I have to watch it.
I have to watch it again.
I watched it with my wife, so I could watch it before this. So I'm gonna watch it again. But I was like, and I was dreading having to watch it again. The idea of it until I started watching it. Then I was like, oh, I need to see this again to actually catch
some of the other little small
all the stuff. Afterward, 50 Cent.
Hold up, I'm sorry, Mark. Even y'all talking about when they jumped Homeboy at the MGM in Vegas, I've heard that story 90 million times. I ain't heard it like this.
Me too.
That's
Me
right.
too.
I ain't heard it like
Me
this.
too. Me too. Yeah.
Never heard it like this.
Yeah, I take back about it being the same thing. It was a lot of new shit in there for me, but I didn't necessarily keep
They
it with everything.
specifically walked you through. This is the man that did this. This is the man's relationship with this person.
Right.
Who was Puff's dad's friend. They did it.
Right.
You didn't hear that.
You never heard that?
Down to wiring it a month.
No, I never heard that.
I mean, I've seen.
I've heard all that.
I've seen all the Pac stuff because we were doing some research on it. So I've seen everything that's been done, but I've never seen it. Every doc had a little thing that was interesting, but what I think this one did was they put all the pieces together in one place,
concise,
in a very clean narrative. So you could connect the dots in a way that you couldn't before. That's what I thought made it good. Like I've never seen the dots connected in this way. It made it because the whole was greater than the sum of his parts. Like even though we knew all those things, when you tell a story like that, it's making a case that wasn't made before.
Or you're making a timeline for I never heard this shit with him before on the mixtape saying, yo, I put $1 million on your head.
Oh yeah.
That was new to me. I had never heard that piece. You know what I'm saying? The dude, the Crip dude, D1 or something.
Yeah.
I had never heard that. I heard all the Keefe D shit. I heard all the Orlando shit. I heard all of that before.
Well, then you agree with what I'm saying because he played a role in the MGM shit that I'm talking about.
Not the D1 nigga.
It said he knew 97% of that stuff.
Yeah, the D1 nigga, that story when he was like, yo, I told them niggas when I walked up on Big and they was in LA like, yo, fam, what the fuck y'all doing here? Niggas out here don't play like that. Even if y'all with me,
under my protection, y'all
niggas y'all still bugging the fuck out. Like I had never heard him, and he to me was the most credible nigga up there. That D1 dude seemed like he was the most credible nigga up there.
I'm thinking about somebody's dead.
No, that dude.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. In terms of the validity.
Yeah, like he was the one because he didn't really have no personal vendetta against Puff.
Yeah, everyone else had a little bit of
everybody else was like, yo, this nigga ain't pay me. Like I'm tight. I'll say whatever the fuck you want me to say.
Correct.
That dude right there was like, yo, nah, we was cool. Them was my niggas. And I walked up to the nigga like, yo, y'all niggas bugging the fuck out. Niggas out here don't play like that.
Well, the other part about Big, not supposed to go to London.
Pardon me, Ice. The other half of the Dirty Money. I didn't know that.
Me either.
And she didn't. She was one of the people they showed where she loved him.
She loved him, and she was valid.
Still loves him.
Still, yes.
And just in a very hurtful way was saying, this is funny, a few months ago, I needed him.
for $5,000 or some shit.
And he told me no. So to watch him kind of beg in that moment of desperation, there was a lot of little, even if we're not even talking about facts and storytelling, if you just watch closely enough, you'll see some things that maybe
that nigga was a piece of shit, bro.
Absolutely.
And he was a selfish motherfucker.
I think up until the last minute, like if you watch this shit where he talking to his lawyer, like he on the phone with the lawyer, he never believed that this shit was happening. It almost seemed like, yo, I got out of everything that's ever. I was always managing to find a way to get away with this shit. I don't think he took it serious.
That ain't
until
what I
they put them
got
cuffs
from
on him.
I ain't get it from. I ain't necessarily interpret it like that. Even hearing Shorty talk, that she was valid. The girl, Capricorn.
Okay.
She was valid to me because they didn't necessarily just rip them down. They told good shit and they told bad shit. And I think that those three people for me really painted a different story than the rest of the people. Like the girl, she loved that nigga, and she was like, "Yo,
the
fam,
girl?
the other half of Dirty Money.
Dirty Money guy.
I forgot. It's something with a K. But
Kalina.
all right, she was like, "Fam, I love you, dog. Like I've known you for a decade. I'm losing my kids. I asked you for $5,000, and you said no."
And then she turned around and still did it.
Still did
She
it.
turned around and still wrote that letter in his defense.
And this is what I was gonna say, bro. You can hear him even when he was talking to the Rod kid. Puff can talk, bro. He can talk because he wanted to say some shit to the Rod kid, like, "Yo, my nigga, stop threatening me on the phone." But he wasn't even saying it like that. He was like, "Yo, bro, you taking this somewhere that don't gotta go, bro.
I know your lawyer's got to do whatever.
I'm gonna pay you, my nigga. Like, be cool. I'm going through some shit. I'm gonna give you your money, but you threatening me on the phone." Somebody else would be like, "Nigga, what you gonna do?" He didn't do that. He's like, "Yo, bro, we family, bro." Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I could tell that he could talk.
Super
that nigga could
manipulative.
talk his way out of fucking anything. I could hear it. That nigga was
Well, shit, he been doing it forever.
Do y'all believe that he sent flowers to 50 Cent?
No, I don't think
I
so.
don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't
either
be
way.
surprised.
Got it.
What do you think?
I wouldn't be shocked. He probably did.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Probably have him sent over there.
Speaking of 50, that's what I was asking. If 50 posted on Twitter afterward, obviously he was celebrating the success of it, but he said, what other people would y'all want me to cover? Is there another doc like this y'all would want to see from somebody else? Done, not necessarily from him, but done this way?
Yeah. I can't tell y'all though.
There's one. Funny shit is a lot of the shit I was watching in the Puff doc made me think of this other person that some of the shit. I'm not.
Okay, is there anybody we can say on the show?
No, we wouldn't do that. That would be irresponsible, and we don't want to go through what Milagro just went through. I'm keeping my 59,000. I don't give a fuck. I'm keeping my shit. Let me think though. That's interesting. Then you can't answer it without being a rat.
No. Well, I think you can, because I think there's some things that are just so public that you just want more info on. Like, for example, Death Row Records or Suge Knight.
I thought Suge Knight.
I would want to see a 4-part doc on that. I mean, he's already in jail. I'm not trying to
I want to see that type of big budget shit about bullshit like Adam 22.
Shit.
I want to see it in the podcast world. And let me shut up because I got the most info out there.
That's funny. I think the doc was well put together, so it don't necessarily have to be something negative. If it's something informative, yeah, I would love it. But the negative shit I could do without.
Anybody you want to see one on in particular?
Nah, not off the top of my head.
Cool. And there you have it.
Good talk.
Indeed.
Great talk. All right, it's time for my favorite part of the show, Prize Picks. All right, this episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. So don't miss out on any of the excitement this sports season on Prize Picks. Whether you're a football fan, a basketball fan, or a fan of both, such as myself, it always feels good to be right. Prize Picks is really easy and simple to play. All you have to do is pick 2 or more players. Look at their projected stat line and pick more or less for your chance to win big or possibly be right. Prize Picks now also offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same exact player in the same exact lineup. That's right, put your favorite guy in there 3 fucking times for whatever the stat projection says. You can do it. All right, the Joe and Ish picks of the week. Ish, bombed last week. The Ish picks. Let me get out of here. The
Your name out of
Ish bombed. You bombed last week.
I don't
Ish.
think nobody did good.
I'm sure someone
That's
did.
deflecting.
No, people got their last week was the anomaly in football, but it's cool.
Well, you bombed 6 times for the people that trust us up here. So here you go, Ish picks this week. When you bomb, it's the Ish picks.
Yeah, word.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can't stand by that.
Yeah.
I can't stand by that. A.J. Brown for more than 57 receiving yards. He get whatever he wants since he threatened Jalen Hurts.
Threw the ball to that motherfucker 20 times
Yo,
in the last 2
the
weeks.
Eagles not even playing to win.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't playing to win. They just playing to make A.J. Brown happy. I know, I was playing against him in fantasy. The nigga that had him was 2-10 and whooped up on me. Let's go with Devon A-Chain. That's another one of Ishman's.
Yeah.
For more than 113 rushing and receiving yards. We've got Devontae Adams for more than 50 and a half receiving yards. He's definitely going to get a tud. He's the red zone running back. He's the red zone only option at this point. And we got Shedeur Sanders for more than 160 passing yards. Don't forget, if you download the app right this very second and use promo code JBP, you get $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup only on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. I want to shout out to them 520 boys.
Oh, yes, got to.
I want to shout out to them Club 520 boys. Yes, sir. Teague B handing the guys inked the deal with Adidas. Let me get the round of applause because this is groundbreaking. This is big. We love to see podcasters just make a way.
For sure.
Make a way. They did that. It makes all the sense in the world. Hey, more applause than that. Don't cut off the applause for the 520 boys so fast. It just makes all the sense in the world. Extremely happy for those guys. They continue to just break ground and find new ways of doing things. I'm extremely proud of them. Extremely happy for them. I saw the commercial they did. It looks great.
It was fire. I heard it's fire.
Yeah, it looks
was
great.
Fire. Mm-hmm.
No, it was great. Derrick Rose called up. Who else called
James
up?
Harden.
James Harden called up.
Yeah,
It was good. You love to see
Had
it.
the
So
truck pull up with the
congratulations.
merch.
Congratulations to not only Adidas, but the Club 520 boys, man. Y'all deserve it. Y'all deserve it. Brandy and Beyonce.
Yeah. Different beef. You almost went to the old one.
Yeah, I know, right? Brandy and Beyonce, there's a lot of talk about Beyonce going to the Boy Is Mine concert and not speaking to Brandy. I only know about this because of Ray J. I feel like Ray J has been in the news entirely too much in the last 3 to 4 weeks, but fuck it. We here. I never thought about this before, Brandy and Beyonce not speaking to each other.
Do we have any reason to think it's a beef other than Ray J saying, like, so for those who don't know, y'all saw the Ray J video,
yes.
right? When he's like pleading to Beyonce, like, we love y'all, we respect you and Jay, why don't y'all come, when y'all come to all these shows, why don't y'all come and speak to us, don't just speak to Monica kind of thing. I'm like,
oh, was it an us thing?
Yeah, he definitely said us. Because my whole thought was, hey, Ray J, maybe this isn't about Beyonce, Brandy at all.
It's you.
Maybe what you're doing right now might be the reason why they don't stop by. I mean, Monica took his phone in the middle of the show the other night.
Why?
That was hilarious because all the bullshit starts from Ray J having a phone. So he was at the show. Monica saw him, said, "Give me that phone." Playfully, of course, she gave it back. But I feel Monica. And Monica know now.
Right.
Monica know. I can't say how she know, but Monica know.
She know.
So like maybe it ain't a beef.
I don't think so. I just might be moving through the stadium, not stopping.
All right.
Stop it.
Hold on now.
Stop it.
It's her show.
Right.
It's Brandy Monica, the Boy Is Mine tour.
I'm here to see my sister Kelly.
Okay.
Okay.
Now we about to get into show etiquette.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Now
saying.
we about to get into
You
it.
know what this is. And you stopped and saw her. You stopped and saw Monica.
You stopped and saw everybody
Did
that
he
was
say that?
backstage.
Bitch? I ain't hear him say that.
Every single person?
Beyonce there's some pictures with Beyonce.
Yeah,
So
that's
now it looks like
something going on.
I saw everybody but you.
You don't.
And if you think hard enough, I mean, the big celebs will never say, but if you think about them hard enough, the people that they're never associated with, any of the people that's even associated with the people, if they never associated with them, I assume there's something's going on. And I ain't seen Brandy. I mean, I ain't seen Brandy and Beyonce
And nothing.
in anything for over 20 years.
30 years.
It's a good
What
point.
is that?
I hadn't thought about it until this. Yeah.
Same. And I mean, I heard Lauren from the Breakfast Club say that she did some digging to find out if this was true, if this was not true. And she says it's true. I'm getting this from her, so if it's wrong, kill her. But she also says that she hears some of the reasoning behind it is just them both coming up in the music business, being those girls. Brandy was the girl, then Beyonce came, and we know how that story went. So yeah, I don't fuck with you. And then once you don't fuck with somebody, and then they skyrocket. Or the other way, you don't fuck with somebody and you skyrocket.
But it depends. Did you do something during that I don't fuck with you phase? You get what I'm saying? Like if it's just you over there, I'm over here, that's one thing. But if this person